I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
What is up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64, bringing you some more Pokémon Colosseum. In the last episode, we made our way here to Pyrite Town, met some of the locals, found some shenanigans, got into some battles, and got ourselves another Pokemon with a dark aura, in this case, a Slugma. We have a bunch of other Pokemon we're going to be looking for, though, so we gotta keep our eyes peeled, because you never know when one is going to pop up. Like with maybe one of these 5 trainers, or maybe all 5 of them have them. Maybe if you were paying attention when I said, you would know the answer to that. You're looking for the battle with me? That's too funny. Come at me as if your life depended on it. Alright. Ryder Vant. He will be sending out Misdreavus and Skitty. I think you can tell which one of these is going to be the Pokemon with the black aura. Because this is Gen 3, and because this is a Pokemon game that has very few options, a lot of people will probably be sitting there telling themselves, oh, there's no way I'm going to use Misdreavus. I mean, come on, it's Misdreavus. Like, oh, jeez. Holy crap! That KO'd my Espeon! You piece of shit! I now have to go get him healed! But anyway, people are probably sitting there telling themselves, oh, there's no way you can use that friggin' Misdreavus. I mean, come on, there's gotta be a better ghost type in the game. No! Until the post-game. And I do mean the post-game. There are no better ghost Pokemon in this game than Misdreavus. In fact, Misdreavus is the only ghost Pokemon you have access to in this entire game. It is absolutely mind-numbing to me that they made that decision. But given how easily accessible the ghost Pokemon are in Ruby and Sapphire, combined with how Ghastly is super easy accessible in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I guess it makes sense that Misdreavus is the only one, but it again seems kinda odd that they would make this choice, but I guess it's fine. I mean, many people know, when other Pokemon have played, when other LPers have done this game, they've used Misdreavus, because apparently in this game it's very inconvenient or something to have, it's very strange to have a ghost Pokemon in this game, which has Levitate, which means it's immune from ground-type moves, as well as normal and fighting, which are all pretty common types in this game, so there is reason to use Misdreavus. It's just, like, there's usually, like, so much more reason to use it, you know? I don't know. It just seems like one of those things where it's just, like, such a bizarre Pokemon for them to slot in as the only ghost type, but to each their own. Now, if you fail to snag one of these Pokemon and you make it faint, in this particular situation, the Pokemon do not leave the trainers. So you can keep rematching them until you've snagged each and every one of the Pokemon. Why is this Misdreavus doing so much damage with the Shadow Ball? Holy crap. It is like leveling my team right now. Alright. Well, we'll use your turn to throw a ball. I guess we'll have to throw a Great Ball here, because Misdreavus' catch rate is kind of low. And to prevent this fucking Zigzagoon from making things worse for us, I'll try to get rid of that Zigzagoon. This will all be easier once I have Pokemon with status ailments. Which is probably not going to be for a little bit, unfortunately. Holy shit, this Misdreavus is doing a number on my team. Alright. Well, I'm low on options, so I guess I'll just fling Makuhita out there. Ooh, that lost a nice chunk, too. Alright, so let's see. Bite. Did a chunk to Zigzagoon. Not bad. Of course, it's just going to keep tickling. And this thing's just going to keep spamming Shadow Balls, isn't it? I love how this... I was thinking, oh, we'll get all of the battles in this area done in this episode. It's like, we might not. Let's go Shadow Rush on you. And we will throw a Great Ball at Misdreavus, because we kind of have to get rid of it before it starts nuking the rest of my team. And the worst part about Misdreavus in this game is that, remember, this is Gen 3. Mismagius does not exist yet. So all you get from Misdreavus is like a Pokemon with like 400 stats all around. What the frig is this Misdreavus on? Like, seriously? What is this Misdreavus on? I might have to just beat this thing and come back. I might have to just beat this thing to come back for it. Because holy crap, this thing just took out my entire team. Alright, so we'll go Shadow Rush on Misdreavus, and we'll bite that Zigzagoon. And of course, yep, goodbye Slugma. You had no chance, buddy. I'm sorry. I can get that fucking Zigzagoon out of here. Thank you. Okay. Now my Umbreon can tank here, so that's not what I'm worried about. What I am worried about is, why is this thing not getting caught? And if I use Bite, it's gonna kill it, which is a problem. I honestly should have taught it Torment, because then we'd be in good shape. Alright, one more try. Oh my lord. I'm gonna have to kill this thing and come back for it, because I can't win. I am not gonna be able to win this. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for the run. Go for the kill here. I gotta retreat. I can't believe I have to retreat from a fucking Misdreavus. Oh my god. Actually, if I can hold out, this thing will keep hurting itself long enough for me to potentially throw another Great Ball. Alright, 10D chess. Or 2D chess. Oh, never mind. I was saying, if I hurt myself here, we're good. But yeah, no, we have to full-on retreat with my tail between my legs. This was embarrassing. Oh my god, that was awful. Alright. That was not easy for me. Shut up, dude. We'll talk about what you have to say later. I now have to pay $100 to heal my team because I'm lazy. Alright, so. Alright, yeah, sure. Whatever. Just give me the night. Just give me the night. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. We're good, right? Okay, yeah. I need another Pokemon, clearly. Alright, and I think I know just which one we have to focus on. This guy. I can't believe a Misdreavus nearly, like, teabagged my entire team. This is Duel Square, where even crying kids know they better shut up. This is where roughnecks gather. So how about it? Would you like to battle with me? Excellent. I like a man who can come to a quick decision. I never thought I would need this Pokemon to beat Misdreavus, but apparently I don't have a choice. Noctowl or Lediva? Which one is the Pokemon with the Dark Aura? The winner is... Noctowl. Noctowl is kind of your it's kind of the, like, what's it called? It's kind of the substitute for Espeon in terms of, like, being, like, a special attacker early on that you get if you don't want to use Espeon. So, like, if you don't want to use Espeon, you're probably better off just using, like, you could use Noctowl because it has access to Hypnosis. It's got strange stats for a Pokemon like this, but still, I'm not gonna complain. We'll confuse that Lediba and get it out of here. Not that I expect a Lediba to be a Pokemon that gives me a ton of problems, but... one less pain in the ass to have to worry about, if you know what I mean. Alright, so Noctowl is going to go with Reflect itself. So it's going to know Reflect, Hypnosis, stuff like that. It's a pretty useful Pokemon all things around, especially in a game like this where everything's a double battle. But, again, you're probably better off just sticking with Espeon, because Espeon is just everything that a Psychic type can be, and just, like, supremely better. Alright, so let's see. Shadow Rush should do a bit to Noctowl. And Noctowl is going to be nearly as big of a frickin' pain in the ass as, what's it called? As the Misdreavus was. The Misdreavus that single-handedly KO'd, like, my entire team. Alright, so Safeguard, which means you can't inflict status elements on them, but, yeah, I'm not afraid of that. We'll just go Confusion to get that Lediba out of here. Yeah, here I am thinking, oh, we'll get all these battles done in one episode. Yeah, no, it's not happening now. Not with the killer Misdreavus. Holy freaking crap, that thing just, like, destroyed my team. Alright, that did a nice chunk to Noctowl. I'll say that. Alright, so he's gonna put one of my guys to sleep. And it's Espeon. But I am fine with that. Because, again, I have the Call command. So we'll go Shadow Rush on Noctowl and Call on Espeon. Alright, Crocodile on Shadow Rush. Alright, so Noctowl should be in range to start lobbing balls at it. Wingull learns Gust? Why would you want to teach a Wingull Gust? That makes no sense. Ooh! Whoa! 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 Rude! You owl fuck. That was very rude. Alright, so, we'll use your turn. We'll use a Pokeball to catch that Noctowl. And we will do Reflect to shield us from further reprisals. Alright, if we can get that Noctowl, I think we are good to go for round 2 against Misdreavus. Of course we can. Because all of the Pokeballs I bought are 100% effective. So stupid. This game is so stupid sometimes. Whatever. Alright. Noctowl's gonna use Hypnosis again. And it failed. Okay, so we're gonna go with another Pokeball. So honestly, if these Pokeballs fail, the rest of these Pokeballs just suck. I think we're better off just going to just buying Great Balls from this point on, because holy crap, that was disgusting. I know Pokeballs are cheaper, but still. Alright, we got Noctowl. Espeon takes out Wingull in one shot. Beautiful. Alright, we have enough items where I'm not too concerned about about going back and forth to the Pokemon Center, but we are going to have to do that in the next part of the episode. Oh my lord. Okay. Right then, I like your style. Here's a useful tip. If a Pokemon goes into hyper mode, its attacks become more likely to be critical hits. What a surprise, hey! I already said that, but whatever. Let's see. Hyper Potion to Croconaw. We'll go with a regular potion to my Espeon. And we're gonna have to get more things, but let's see. How's my, cash flow right now? 7,000. I do not have enough to get more Great Balls. Like, to justify going for more Great Balls. This sucks. Okay. We can do one more trainer, and I am not feeling confident against that Misdreavus right now, so, let's go for this chick. Who reminds me of the girl that was in, the Pokemon Sword DLC. Fluffy and Shroomish. You guys can tell which one by now is going to be the Pokemon that we have to look out for. Fluffy is the Pokemon with the black aura. Unlike most electric-type Pokemon in the games, Fluffy is not a fast-attacking Pokemon. Instead, what Fluffy is a slow-attacking but hard-hitting electric-type Pokemon. All of its stats are pretty good except for its speed. And when it fully evolves, that remains the way. It's more or less like an electric-type glass cannon. Because it's slow, but holy crap does it hit hard. I'm shocked that it went for Cotton Spore and not like... I think it knows Thunderbolt. Like, I'm shocked it didn't use Thunderbolt there. That's shocking. Speaking of shocking, both our Pokemon are now paralyzed. Alright, let's go Shadow Rush on the Fluffy. Unfortunately, Call does not change paralysis, so we're going to have some Paralyze heals on us no matter what. And you're going to use Thunder Wave on Makihita. If you use it on Espeon, this game's a dick. Okay. I was about to say, if this uses it on Espeon, this game is a dick. That means it knew what I was doing the entire time. Alright, so... I'm gonna get rid of Shroomish. And hopefully Guts kicks in so we can knock Fluffy down a couple of HP pegs. Alright, Cotton Spore, and it missed. Alright, so let's see how much Shadow Rush does. Ooh, nice! Holy crap. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll go Focus Energy for you. And we will go with a Pokeball for Fluffy. Who is very fluffy. It's weird that Fluffy, for the longest time, was the only electric type that was like that. That was super slow, but hits really hard. And I know Magnemite's kind of like that, but... I don't know, it just seemed weird to me. Like, a lot of early game electric types are supposed to be, like, super fast. And that's, like, the draw behind them. Alright, so... If this thing is gonna spam critical, or spam Shadow Rush now, I think I should go for a Pokeball here and Reflect here. And then we'll figure things out from there. And there you go! Fluffy's caught. Alright, since we have 6 Pokemon, Fluffy goes right to the PC. And we beat Street Performer Diogo. You outperformed me. Alright, we did get a little bit of money, which is nice. We're definitely going to need it. You're surprisingly good. I think you deserve to know a little secret about a certain Pokemon move. The move Shadow Rush inflicts damage on any kind of Pokemon without being afflicted by their types. The amount of damage doesn't vary with the target Pokemon's type, so it's easy to use. Alright, next time in Pokémon Colosseum, we have 3 more trainers to beat. Oh my lord, that Misdreavus. I'm gonna have nightmares about that Misdreavus for the next few years. Oh god. We'll be taking on the guy with the Misdreavus and the last two Pokemon that are here. And then advancing. Hopefully. You never know. Until we meet again, my lovelies, Saya freaking Nara.